Welcome to tutorial number 3. In this tutorial, I will demonstrate how to properly create the geometry and machine the part. The first thing we will do is create the geometry. Select the Create Line Endpoint command. Input a length of 1.5 at an angle of 90 degrees. Press Enter. Now select the Fast Point command and input the coordinates 0, -3. Again, press Enter. Press the Apply button to stay within the command. Now, enter in a length of 0.45 at an angle of 90 degrees. Select the origin as shown. Again, select the Apply button. This time enter in a length of 1.5 at an angle of 180 degrees. Select the endpoint as shown. Again, press the Apply button to stay within the command. From here we will create a line knowing the two endpoints. Choose the following endpoints and pick the OK button to exit the command. We will now create grooves. Select the Create Line Perpendicular command. Enter in a length of 0.2 and press Enter. Then pick entity A as shown. Pick point A and then choose the line on the bottom half of the line as shown. Press the Apply button to stay within this command. Now, enter in a length of 0.5 and pick entity B as shown. Select the point as shown and then choose the line on the bottom half of the line. You can now click the OK button to exit this command. Your geometry will now appear as shown. From here we will create parallel lines. Select the Create Line Parallel command. Choose the first perpendicular line we created and choose a point to the right of the line. Enter in a distance of 1.25 and press Enter. Select the Apply button to stay within this command. Now select the parallel line that we just created and choose a point to the left of the line. Enter in a distance of 0.375 and press Enter. Again, select the Apply button. Select the parallel line we just created and choose a point to the left of this line. Enter in a distance of 0.125 and press Enter. Press the Apply button again. Select the second perpendicular line we created and pick a point to the left of it. Enter in a distance of 0.3 and press Enter. Select the Apply button. To create the next 3 parallel lines, repeat the same process using distances of 0.8, 0.95, and 1.3. Once complete, select the OK button to exit this command. From here, select the Trim Break Extend command. Enable the extension length and enter in a value of -0.25. Press enter. Select the first entity we want to trim, on the left end of the line as shown. When using the extension length in the Trim Break Extend command, the side of the line you select is the side Mastercam will trim or extend. Now select the second entity we want to trim, on the left end of the line as shown. You can now press the OK button to exit this command. From here, we will create the lines knowing their endpoints. Select the Create Line Endpoint command. Pick the two endpoints as shown and click the Apply button. Select the next two endpoints as shown and click the Apply button again. Once more, select the two endpoints as shown and pick the Apply button. From here, we will create two polar lines. From here, we will create two polar lines. Pick the endpoint as shown and input a length of 0.375 at an angle of 180 degrees. Press enter. Select the Apply button to stay within the command. Now select the following endpoint and enter in a length of 0.5 at an angle of 130 degrees. Press enter. You can now select the OK button to exit the command. Your geometry will appear as shown. From here, we will delete the construction lines. Select the delete icon and click the entities as shown. Now click on the End Selection button. From here, click the Trim Break Extend command. Enable the Divide button and select the following portions of the lines. Select the OK button to exit the command. We will now fillet the grooves. Select the Create Fillet Entities command. Input a fillet radius of 0.1, ensure the style is set to normal and that the trim is enabled. Now select the following entities as shown. Once complete, click the OK button to exit the command. Your part will appear as shown. Finally, we will create a chamfer. Choose the Create Chamfer Entities command. Enter a distance of 0.05. Also, ensure the style is set to one distance and that trim is enabled. Select Entity A and Entity B as shown and press the OK button to exit the command. Your part will appear as shown. You can now save the file. This will complete the geometry creation portion for tutorial number 3. In the next video, I will explain the setup page, the machine type, and the stock setup.